Welcome to Be the Light 365. I'm Pastor Jake. Today we're going to talk about something that most Christians seem to either lack or don't understand. And that's joy. Joy in God. Not in this world. This world only brings pain and suffering, and we know this from Adam and Eve. From the beginning, that was their curse for disobeying God, was they got to feel what the world really was. The devil got to come upon them, all that stuff. But for us, we're Christians. We're bought by the blood of Christ. God is love. He is everything good. So then why do we always act like we're miserable? I'm going to read out of Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, and faith. We're also going to read from Proverbs chapter 17, verse 22. A merry heart doth good like medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. And in these verses, what they're telling us is that God is joy. He is long-suffering. In other words, if something bad going on in your life, you put it on God, He takes that burden, and you keep doing the right thing. You just keep doing what's good. And you say, well, I've done good, and nothing's happened. Because you're not putting your whole faith in God. It's because and I do it myself sometimes. Sometimes I want to hold back just a little bit of it myself to make sure, always a backup plan. And that's the problem, is we don't need a backup plan, we just need God. We need to focus on God. We need to keep doing what God tells us and going the direction He has put us in. But we don't. We let things stop us. We let the world stop us. We let people stop us. We let the world just take over control instead of God taking control. A friend told me the other day, he said he was at this event and they had their booth and everybody else had booths around them. He said that he was looking down from them and these people were drinking and they were having fun, doing the worldly things, and they were happy and go lucky and just cheering. And then he looked over at the people that was in their booth with him, and he said they were miserable, mad, not happy, arguing with each other, and he didn't understand it. And he asked me, he said, man, I don't understand what's going on. And I was like, well, it's because they don't have joy in God. They're not putting their faith in God. They're putting in the world and they're putting it on themselves. We try to control every instance of our lives, and that's the problem. We don't need to be controlling everything. We should be giving the burdens to God. So He said, lay our burdens on Him, and He will take care of them. But we have this whole sense of, I'm in control, and I just want to do what I want to do. Well, I know how that's worked out for me in the past, and it hasn't. That's why we need to keep doing and focusing on God. Keep doing what Jesus tells us. His blood has washed us clean. We should be happy every day that we have salvation. We should keep ourselves focused on God, doing His will, fighting the good fight, running the good race. But we get kind of stalled down on this world, and then we make ourselves miserable. We let depression come in. We let fear come in. And fear is a liar. Fear will destroy you if you let it. We can't let that happen. We got to keep going forward, doing what God says. We can't let worries come. Every day there's going to be a worry because the world is still spinning around. Every day there's going to be a threat. Every day there's going to be something out there in this world we're not going to like. We're not going to like people. We're not going to like this, but our job is to focus on God and do His will. Spread His gospel. Tell somebody about Christ. Tell somebody about God. Tell them that God is love. That God will make you happy every day. We just have to give it to God. We have to give all our burdens to God. We can't keep it on our heart. If something goes bad, if a bill comes up and you can't pay it, just put it on God. Let Him take care of it. Let Him do what He does best. And that's He takes care of us. We help other people. He takes care of us. I had a friend one time, he said that God told him to go down this road to another people and tell them about Him. He said, well, God, I am broke. I don't, my car is on empty. God said, well, go down here this road, like I said, and do this. And he kept hearing it all day long. He said, God, I'm just telling you, I'm broke. I don't have the money to go nowhere. I have no cash at all. He said, look, and he pulled in his pocket, and he pulled out, and there was money in his pocket. He said, well, something's wrong, because I knew I didn't have no money. I just put them pants on, and I had stuck my hand in my pocket all day long, and all of a sudden there was money there, because God can do things, miracles, because God is a miracle worker. It didn't stop with the disciples. It didn't stop with the apostles. It didn't stop, because God is the same God yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He is there to help you. He is there to provide for you. He said that not a sparrow will fall to the earth that he is not there for. He is there for you always, 100%. We're the only ones that can leave God. God said he'll never leave you nor forsake you. So today I'm just saying, put joy in your heart. Don't focus on all the bad. Let's focus on all the good and do his will. We thank you, and we hope you have a wonderful and blessed year.